had someone recently tell me that they wanted to become a product manager. And I said, well, aren't you a product owner? He said, no, for real. I want to become a product manager. And I was like, okay. I was like, that leaves an interesting conundrum. And I could have taken this and said, well, let's talk about what the difference is between a product manager and a product owner and went into that discussion. But I chose to go a different route. Instead, I thought I would give the top 10 tips that I'm aware of on how to become a product manager. And I'm going to use their quote, for real. Someone who really is interested in figuring out what the essence of a product manager is, what they really do, and how they function. So let's pretend we're starting from scratch. So we are just going to say you're starting brand new from scratch. You just got hired from a company as a product manager. The first thing you need to do is create your own product. Nothing beats the hands-on experience, but start on something simple, even if you don't have that position yet. Start on a side hustle, a side project, or build something simple just so you can understand how the end-to-end process works and polish your skills on the goal. Make sure you understand what you're trying to do. Maybe even start your own blog, YouTube channel, or app and set goals for it. Use the product loop for stories and experiences. Figure out what it takes to build a real product. And if you can start by building a product, that experience will help you, especially in an interview where you're trying to explain how to build a high quality product or service. Let's jump to number 2. Number 2 is join a helpful community. Now, it's interesting, but people often say that you become a product of the people you surround yourselves with. So surround yourselves with the right crowd. If you have a good PMI chapter that's around, if you have a good change management professionals chapter, ACMP, if you've got a good Agile meetup, put yourselves in those situations, get involved with a helpful community, and ask for opportunities to mentor or be mentored. Ask for opportunities to work on projects internally as a volunteer for free. Those things will all help you if you immerse yourself in a helpful community. All right, let's go to number 3. Number 3 is find affordable courses, complete them, and gain real knowledge. Now, this one's pretty critical. One of the things at AgileDad that I'm starting to do, and I love my certification courses, don't get me wrong, but I'm starting to lean in more on more affordable options that people can choose to learn about real-world Agile principles. And my hope is that I'm going to produce a couple of courses that become wildly popular that people can take for accreditation instead of certification. So that way we have some flexibility in the topics that we cover. As long as you have the right instructor and the right materials, I think some of these more affordable courses is going to be the wave of the future. I see that happening, and I see people leaning in on that, especially organizations. All right, let's go to the 4th one. Find, seek out, and follow some of the best creators in the industry. Keep an eye on industry leaders and influencers. I can tell you right now, the one that comes to mind for me with regard to product ownership and product management is Mike Cohn. Jeff Sutherland's another great one. I'm another good one. But find leaders in the industry that you can follow. Look at their insights and their experiences. Look at lessons to keep you updated. There's just so many people in the community you can follow, and there's so many really good product leaders. Find some of the best ones, follow them, and dig into their knowledge base. All right, number 5. Read or listen to books on top products. This one's interesting. There are lots of case studies out there and books about successful products and how they were built. Understanding the journey of how a previous product was built can help you grasp what works and doesn't work in the real world. A good example that I'm trying to think, there was one called Samsung Rising, I believe, and it was all about Samsung. I know Apple has a comparable one. The point I'm trying to make is that there are lots of ways that you can look at these studies. And by looking at how these iconic products evolved and how they came about, you can identify patterns and strategies applicable to your own work. It sounds amazing to bring up the story of a company like Dropbox or Spotify during a job interview and to be able to explain, hey, this is what happened there and this is what I see. All right, let's go to number 6. Speaking of job interviews, rehearse job interviewing. Practice makes perfect. One of the tricks that I learned many, many years ago, and it sounds antiquated, but it's true, is find a way to record yourself answering questions. Have a tool like ChatGPT randomly ask you questions and record yourself answering those questions as if you were in an interview. Read the question, answer the question. And what you'll find is when you watch yourself answer questions, ask yourself, is that someone that I would hire? Find ways to polish your interview skills. Look up the top interview questions. If you're looking for the top 10 PM interview questions, or if you're looking for those, guess what? I have those inside of a document. So on agiledad.com/documents, there's an ultimate product owner playbook. It is an essential product owner playbook guide. And inside it has the top 10 questions for 2025 that job interviewers are asking. So that might be another great place to go and get that document. It'll help you understand what skills are being sought after for a beginner product manager as well as for an advanced. And it will also give you those top 10 interview questions. I'll put a link to it somewhere down below. All right, number 7, make it your hobby. Immerse yourself in product management outside of work hours, whether it's reading articles, listening to podcasts. Hey, I know a good one. Or joining online communities. Make it a part of your daily life. Figure out what you need to do and take care of it, right? Let's go to number 8. Knowledge is greater than certificates. Oh, am I actually saying this? I am. Practical knowledge and skills truly matter, unlike the thin piece of paper that is a certification. Focus on learning and applying what you know rather than just collecting certificates. Now, notice I said rather than collecting certificates. I'm not saying certification is not important because oftentimes certification is what gets your foot in the door. What I'm saying is who you get the certification from is incredibly important. Make sure you study the certifying body. Is it a reputable organization like the Stable Institute? Is it an organization that's been around for a long time? Is it an organization that's keeping up with modern trends? Figure those things out and then look closely at the instructor to make sure you have a great instructor as well. Let's jump to number 9. Get a job close to a PM. If you can't land a PM role immediately, great. Come in as a business analyst. That's helpful. Or how about QA or a project manager? Those can all give you valuable exposure, and there's no limit to you being transferred over or even promoted from there to do the job that you'll absolutely love, to do the thing that you know you'll want to do long term. And finally, number 10, to wrap up the list, is practice your soft skills. Become a master of time management, efficiency, prioritization, communication, presentation, and leadership. It's already half of the PM's job. This requires the team interactions to practice, and you'll gain greatly from all those types of interactions, and you'll get, I think you'll get more out of it for practicing the soft skills than the team will, even though the team will appreciate you for doing it, if that makes sense. So it's one of those things where you're investing in your future. So if you can do those 10 things, I can assure you that you're way in line to be a great product manager, and that sky's the limit with the things you're going to be able to do and achieve. That's going to do it for this episode. I hope that it helped you. If you have a topic you want to discuss, learn more at AgileDad.com. I'd love to hear from you. As always, I encourage you to stay healthy, stay well, and stay agile, my friends. Until next time, do take care.